Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Detroit Pistons are hiring Sidney Lowe to JB Bickerstaff's staff. JB Bickerstaff had Sidney Lowe as an assistant coach for the last 3 seasons with Cleveland, and before that, Sidney Lowe was with Detroit for 3 seasons with Dwayne Casey. He was with Casey in the 2018-19 season, 2019-20 season, and 2020-21 season. Sidney Lowe's really been around the whole league as a coach, to be honest. I mean, he started off in 1991 with Minnesota and was an assistant coach for 2 seasons. And then he got the chance to take over in the 1992-93 season and would eventually coach for the 1993-94 season. Unfortunately, things didn't really go out well in Minnesota because the team went 33-102 as he was the head coach for a season and a half, and their team was pretty bad, but he wasn't that great of a head coach for them. So then, funny enough, he goes to Cleveland in 1994-1995 season. Obviously, that's not his only stint in Cleveland, but he stays in Cleveland all the way until the 1988-99 season. But funny enough, he goes right back to Minnesota in the 1999-2000 season. So he's back in Minnesota. But the next 2 seasons, he becomes the head coach for the Vancouver Grizzlies, which eventually become the Memphis Grizzlies, and he coaches them for 2 seasons. Both seasons they go 23-55, and then in the 2002-2003 season, he's their coaches, he's their coach, but they go 0-8 for the first 8 games, and then he gets fired. So, funny enough, you know where he goes back to? He goes back to Minnesota in the 2004-2005 season. Then goes to the Detroit Pistons for the 2005-2006 season. So this is not his first time with Detroit. So he goes and spends some time with Utah as an assistant coach from 2011 through 2014. Where does he go back to? Minnesota. Was with Minnesota from 2014 through 2016. Then was with Washington from 2016 to 2018 as an assistant coach. But it wouldn't be right if he didn't go to Detroit for the 3rd time. Goes to the Detroit Pistons as an assistant coach for 3 years under Dwayne Casey. And now we see him go to Cleveland for 2021 until all the way this past season, being assistant coach with JB. JB brings back Sidney Lowe to Detroit for the 3rd time. Obviously this isn't someone who's had a lot of success as an NBA head coach. And look, I don't think he'll ever coach as an NBA head coach again, just because of the fact that how terrible he's been as a head coach. Maybe there will be someone that will potentially think about giving him a shot. But just looking at how he did in Memphis and how he did in Minnesota, I don't think he'll get a shot I don't think another team will give him a shot at head coach. But I think this guy is a great assistant coach. He's someone, look at this Detroit Pistons team there are not a lot of guys on this roster that are older than the time he became a coach in this league. He's been coaching for 33 years. There's only a couple players that are around that age on this Pistons team. Tim Hardaway Jr., and Tobias Harris, and they're not even 33 years old. So he's been coaching longer than pretty much everybody on this roster, how old they are. So he's an experienced coach, even though head coaching hasn't really worked out for him. There's a lot of coaches that head coaching doesn't work out for them, but they are a great assistant coach. And I think this is a great addition for the Pistons staff to add in. Now, I'm wondering how long he's going to stay this time, though, with Detroit, as this is the 3rd stint with Detroit. Let me know your thoughts on the Pistons bringing back Sidney Lowe for the 3rd time. But this time, the reason they're bringing him back is because the fact that, they are, he has been coaching with JB Bickerstaff for the last 3 seasons. So this is someone that JB wanted to bring in. Let me know your thoughts on the hire in the comment section, and peace out.